Borderlands 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. With over 400 hours under my belt on PS4 alone, there's no better game to start off my new account's platinum hunting journey. There are 51 trophies in the base game of Borderlands 2, ranging from completing main missions, leveling up, finding name locations, and random events in the world. The platinum seems simple and straightforward at first, but once you realize how much work goes into getting some of these trophies, it becomes a pretty long challenge. I won't be doing DLC trophies because this video will be over an hour long and ain't nobody got time for DLC trophies. My strategy going in was to first complete the main story while grinding the challenge accepted trophy, which you have to get past level 1 of all the in-game challenges, like getting a kill with a specific weapon or manufacturer. Then, going into New Game Plus, True Vault Hunter mode, level up to max level 50 and then go back to normal mode and do the remaining side missions, name locations, wrap up trophies, then finally beating the raid boss Terramorphous for the platinum. I decided to play as the Commando Axton since he's my go-to character and I want this game to go as smooth as possible. I start by getting blown up and left for dead by the villain of the game, Handsome Jack, the leader of the Hyperion Corporation. Luckily, I was saved by the best robot in gaming history, Claptrap, who says I can save the planet by stopping Jack from opening an ancient alien vault. Claptrap then blindly leads me to the trophy First One's Free for beating the first mission. Unfortunately, I had notifications turned off so the trophy didn't pop. Next I hear and see a voice in my head telling me to do things I don't want to do. Retrieve Claptrap's eye from the alien Donkey Kong who stole it, save the abandoned town of Liarsburg, and meet Sir Hammerlock, a distinguished gentleman who repairs Claptrap's eye.
That should do it!
I am alive!
Oh dear, he's talking again.
After getting a proper shield and doing some monkey business, I reached level 5, getting the trophy Not Quite Dead, and my action skill the Sabre turret, which is a big help with playing solo. I then attempt to escort Claptrap to his ship to get off the glacier and reach the city of Sanctuary to meet and fight alongside the Crimson Raiders against Handsome Jack. But first, I had to get past the bandit leader of the glacier, Captain Flint, and his right-hand man, Boom Boom. We want the bonus package, that is the best grenade in the game. I killed myself.
Not dead yet!
They're already dead. They're already dead. The grenade I used to one-shot Boom Boom is the default one you get in the Handsome Collection edition of the game. It's a firework that scales with your level and is one of the 2 weapons I use for the rest of the normal mode run. I quickly run through the rest of Flint's men and make it to the top of the glacier and have an actual close call fight with Captain Flint. And I get the Clappy ship, getting me the Dragon Slayer trophy. Setting sail, Claptrap and I arrive in Three Horns Divide. We part ways for Sanctuary. After making it past bandits and getting a car, I meet and help out the Crimson Raiders, the Resistance Army in Sanctuary. While Handsome Jack is taunting me,
"This is a message to Sanctuary, the last stronghold of the Resistance. I'm gonna spend a long time torturing you bandit scum to death, and I'll enjoy it even more because... I shouldn't say anymore. I got a little secret that You know what? You don't need to hear it. It'll probably just confuse you. Ciao."
I help the Crimson Raiders get a shield for Sanctuary, earning me the trophy A Road Less Traveled. Next, I decide to farm for the legendary pistol, the Unkempt Herald. I should note, I think I can arguably say the Herald can carry you by itself the entire game, even at level 8. And I reach level 10, unlocking the trophy Better Than You Were. I enter the Crimson Raiders' town of Sanctuary and meet the crazy mechanic Scooter, who helps me get the trophy New in Town. At this point, I decide to go to the Christmas DLC map because it's a great early game farm for XP, money, weapons, and the game's upgrade currency, Iridium. After killing the evil Frosty the Snowman boss a few times and collecting loot, I reach level 13 and then return to Sanctuary. I then, on my first try without save quitting, find the very rare character spawn of Michael Mammaril, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who was put in the game by Gearbox to honor a fan who passed away before the game came out.
Starve to death out there, you got 2 options. 1,
No way.
bandits. 2,
No fucking way. We got him first try?
I can offer you food, shelter, and...
We got him first fucking try. This is the clip. This has to be a clip. Like, come on. And when he gives me a gun, I get the Tribute to a Vault Hunter trophy. If all RNG related trophies go like this, then this run will be a breeze, I hope. Then, after assassinating some assassins, naming some Donkey Kongs, I fight Frosty some more and I unlock the 10 customization items, getting the How Do I Look trophy, and also the trophy Sabre Rattler for getting 100 kills with my turret. as well as better than money for buying 5 items from Crazy Earl's black market. Returning to the main story, the leader of the Crimson Raiders and a Borderlands 1 Vault Hunter, Roland, has been kidnapped, and I need to go to the Frostburn Canyon to search for him. This spot in the game is probably the best for getting the trophy Goliath Meet David, where I have to pop the helmet off a Goliath enemy type, letting him go berserk, and defeating enemies, leveling himself up multiple levels until he becomes a Godliath. Following the bloody trail of bandits, I eventually meet another Borderlands 1 Vault Hunter, Lilith, who I help fend off waves of bandits and learn where Roland has been taken, earning me the trophy, an Old Flame. Roland has been taken to the Bloodshot Stronghold, and the only way I can get in is if I get a bandit vehicle in the dust with the help of Scooter's mega wide sister Ellie. I put on the Bikini Lilith skin, the best vehicle skin, and was surprised by Lilith's response.
Now that looks like the car of a psycho murderer. I'm digging it. Get back to the Bloodshot Dam and try honking your way in again.
Now, with the bandit car, I break into the stronghold, and thanks to the Herald and Fireworks grenade, I easily make it to Roland. Unfortunately for me, the legend Handsome Jack also kidnaps Roland, and we must defeat Jack's robots in the Bloodshot Dam to save Roland. After fighting through the waves of enemies, I finally rescue Roland, who kindly awards me with the trophy No Man Left Behind.
Thanks. I'd be dead if it weren't for you.
Back in Sanctuary, while I had some downtime, I decide to head to the bar where I meet the Gold Digger owner Moxie. After giving the usual 10k allowance, she decides to give me one of her guns, which can be a lot of help since it's always the level you are when you donate to her OnlyFans. Oh, and I also got the trophy Sugar Daddy.
I tell you, Sugar, the Resistance was desperate for someone like you.
Little did I know, the next time she gave me a gun, I'd be at my financial lowest. I decided to burn some bugs in the Tundra Express for fun when I meet my future drinking buddy, Mordecai, another Borderlands 1 Vault Hunter, who tells me the vault key is on the train, and I gotta blow up the tracks to get it. To do so, I have to team up with the second most annoying character in the franchise, Tiny Tina. I beat some bandits and get the Tina stolen bunny bombs and blow up the tracks and reach the end of the line,
Well, that's one way to hijack a train.
where instead of the key, we find Wilhelm, Handsome Jack's strongest guard. I melted him in like 30 seconds, he was really easy. He dropped a power core shield for Sanctuary, who Angel, the voice in my head talking to me the whole game, says is very rare, and we should take it back to Sanctuary, which I do, unlocking the Wilhelm Scream trophy. I head back home and plug in the new power core when
Surprise, surprise!
Angel betrays me, and Jack starts bombing Sanctuary. Lilith, who was trying to teleport the city, accidentally teleports me away as the city takes off.
That's the best you got. A flying city? What get you jumps? Possibly how that makes you think you've got a chance against me. A siren. Suck.
Now, alone with no friends to go to, I reluctantly decided to visit Tiny Tina, who, instead of helping me in my time of need, made me throw a tea party for a bandit and a bug. Angel contacts me telling me that she is still on my side and that I have to cut through the icy fridge to ultimately get to the Highlands Outwash. But first, I get the trophy Sky's the Limit.
We are not friends anymore, are we?
Once I reach the Outwash, I see Sanctuary instant transmission into the sky. But before I can get back, I had to get the fast travel machine working again with Angel's help. And while I was working on that, I get the Build Buster trophy for beating the constructor robot before it can construct any other robots. Angel needed me to get a supply beacon, but right before I could grab it, a Thresher decided to make the beacon its dinner.
Did that Thresher just eat the beacon? You'll need to get that back.
After thrashing the Thresher with the Herald, I made my merry way to the Highlands, Outwash Free Edition. I hop over to the Catch a Ride machine and drive over to the town of Overlook, where everyone has a brain tumor or something like that. I don't really know, they don't matter to the plot. I install the beacon and wait for Angel to send a new fast travel with Sanctuary on it. Handsome Jack doesn't take too kindly to that though, and sends wave after wave of robots.
We don't have long until Jack realizes I'm not helping you anymore. Defend that beacon.
Now, if you can't even handle these loaders, you're really gonna disappoint me.
I quickly make my way over to Sanctuary and rush to see my team. is what I would have said if I didn't first try to help the marshal solve a murder with quadruplets as the culprits. After asking around town for witness testimonies, I came to the absolute 100% concrete, factual realization that it was the quadruplet on the far right.
Wrong! See ya, idiots!
Once I make it back to Roland and Lilith, I get the I can see my house from here trophy. Roland says he has no plan to stop Jack, but when Angel interrupts saying she has the vault key, she also tells us she has a plan to get into her chambers. First, we need to upgrade Claptrap to pass through a Hyperion robot-only barrier. Second, we need to take out Handsome Jack's high-grade tech bunker guarding Angel's chambers. Third and finally, I need to simply just become Handsome Jack himself to access the voice password door. Roland reluctantly agrees and tells me to make my way to the Hyperion Wildlife Preserve to meet with Mordecai. But first, it was time to celebrate my best friend Claptrap's birthday. I quickly meet up with Mordecai and he tells me his bird Bloodwing has the Claptrap upgrade but was kidnapped by Jack's men and was being held captive inside the preserve. With Mordecai's help, I clear through most of the preserve and make it to Bloodwing's chamber doors. Before I can go inside, I go into the room directly on the right where one of the best legendary gear farms is located. I also died a few times. Once I enter Bloodwing's chamber, all I find is a bloody pile of feathers and Jack saying he's experimented on Bloodwing. All the experimental types, except for one he's conveniently forgotten.
Want Bloodwing back, huh? Shame. I've been doing some really interesting iridium experiments with her. Hate to see her go. But heck with it.
After defeating and tranquilizing Bloodwing, Jack finally remembers the element he had been forgetting.
Oh, now I remember. Explosive!
A heartbroken Mordecai helped me escape from the Wildlife Preserve and make it back to Sanctuary where I upgraded Claptrap.
Buddy, what the hell are you Holy scatsack! I'm invisible! This is you. I can't. Minion, give me 5. Oh, right. You've earned it.
Great. Claptrap can get us through the Angel's security field now. Come on back.
I'm sorry about Bloodwing, soldier. But there's still more to be done if we're gonna reach Angel and get the vault key.
Roland then gives me a note telling me to go to the Thousand Cuts to meet with the Slab King who owes him a few favors. I get to Thousand Cuts and eventually make my way to the Slab King's hideout who tests me by defeating his best slabs. After realizing who he was messing with, he reveals himself to be Brick, the fourth and final Borderlands 1 vault hunter. Brick makes me one of his top slabs and I give him the note from Roland. Being caught up to speed, Brick decides to join the group and have his slabs help with aerial support. I get back to Sanctuary with Brick and obtain the Got the Gang Back Together trophy. Now ballin' with over 14k. I decide to tip my favorite OnlyFans woman Moxie for one of her guns.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
I decide to run the Snowman DLC boss a few more times to recoup my losses and try again. With another 10k in hand, surely she'll give me a gun this time.
Oh, it's the thought that counts, sweetie. But why don't you come back when you've got some real scratch?
Roadhouse.
Now, broke and hopeless, I decide to do the only logical thing. By joining the depressed Mordecai and becoming an alcoholic. I go to pick up some barrels for the two of us when the she-devil Moxie herself had the audacity to ask for the booze for herself.
Whoa. Moxie's giving you Ruby if you give her my booze?
Mordecai informs me then that he too was cucked by Moxie, so I knew right away I had to stick with my new brother in bottle-holding arms. Now broke, with the crippling alcohol addiction, it was time to do the only second logical thing, commit identity theft. Upon Angel's orders, I go to the City of Opportunity to steal one of Handsome Jack's body doubles, voice impersonators. Once I get enough voice clips of Jack, I upload them to a computer, who gives me a device that makes me sound like Jack.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I have the voice of a douchebag. Great.
I finish the mission and get the identity theft trophy.
Time to think up some memorable last words.
Now, with all the required tools, it was time to storm 1,000 Cuts and get to the bunker. I meet up with Claptrap, who is spray painting the area to spite Jack, and he helps me get past the Hyperion-only barrier. Before I can go through the voice-activated door, Jack informs me that the bunker isn't actually a location, but rather a giant flying robot of the highest grade. After a few minutes of mowing the bunker's health down, I managed to beat it and level up to level 25, getting the Always Improving trophy. I used Jack's voice impression to get into the Control Core Angel, my personal favorite location in the game, probably for its really cool purple aesthetic and the music that plays. Angel reveals that she is actually a siren and is Jack's daughter, being forced to charge the vault key. She tells us to kill her and stop Jack once and for all, but Jack puts up a force field barrier around Angel's life support. Luckily, with the help of Roland and Lilith, I managed to pull the plug on this hospice patient. Now thinking we have won, Roland makes a bold decision to fight Jack 1v1 on Rust.
Son.
After committing a hate crime, Jack kidnaps Lilith and has her try to kill me, but she ends up warping me to the mysterious loot room instead.
Son of a bitch. Rubbed me blind.
I make it back to my homeboy Mordecai and get the Angel's Wish trophy, marking the halfway point of the trophy hunt. I tell the city that Roland's dead, and I get a key to his personal gun stash.
Bruh. Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
While also looking around the city, the marshal once again asks for my incredible deductive skills to identify the culprit of a robbery within a group of friends. Before going back to the main story, I farm the bunker for some loot and get a few more levels. I also met this nice gentleman, who asked me to do him a simple and reasonable favor.
Shoot me in the face! In the face! Thank you!
Back to the story, Mordecai and Brick tell me to go to the Iridium Blight to cross into the Arid Nexus to find Jack's Iridium pipeline to destroy it and access the data station to find out where the Vault and Lilith are located. Once I get there, I actually remember I had badass tokens to level up my stats, and I end up getting the Token Gesture trophy. I also found a pretty odd side quest by Handsome Jack himself.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer, because what are you here for? To worship me? Kill yourself. I mean that with 100%, with 1,000%.
The path to the Arid Nexus was blocked by Jack, so Brick had the idea to steal some bombs from his bandit rival Mortar in the Sawtooth Cauldron. After calling out Mortar and blowing up his prized buzzard without looking, he descends from his elevator, where I decide to blow him up as well. I steal the explosives at the top of the tower and decide to leap off, getting Brick a little bricked up.
Slab, did you just jump off the buzzard's nest? Yeah. Damn, you make me proud.
The slabs blow a path open for me and I get to the Arid Nexus, and once I arrive, I get the Bombs Away trophy. I take care of an important side quest in the Nexus to farm for one of the best shields in the game, the B shield, which amplifies my damage when full. After that, I continue on with the main story, where in Borderlands tradition, the main path I need to go down gets blocked, and now I must turn off the pipe's pumping stations. Suddenly, after the first one, Roland came back and gave us a miraculous message from the grave.
Hey, buddy, it's me, Roland. Let's kill Handsome Jack and we'll all go out for milkshakes.
Gross!
No, I'm just playing. He's still really dead.
After I burst some pipes, I make it to the Arid Badlands, where I find the abandoned town of Firestone, the first hub of Borderlands 1. I eventually find a bus station and open a chest on the roof, getting the Feels Like the First Time trophy. After beating the mini-boss Jupiter, I locate where the vault is in Heroes Pass and return to Mordecai for the Knowing is Half the Battle trophy. It is now time for the final main story mission in Borderlands 2. I grab my homie Claptrap to unlock the door in Heroes Pass, and Claptrap gives an amazing and heroic speech.
This is it, minion. Our vengeance is finally at hand. Let's tear this planet a new
Ready to fight, Claptrap sees a truly horrible sight from the door when it finally opens.
I will lead you into battle! I will destroy Handsome Jack with my bare hands! I will... Stairs? No!
Don't worry, little buddy. I'll make sure to get your revenge. I fight my way through Heroes Pass with Brick and Mordecai. Eventually, I reach a huge constructor, who up close messed me up really bad, but from far away, I just kinda sniped him and he died. After beating the constructor, I make it to the Vault of the Warrior, where Jack is waiting with Lilith, charging the vault key. Jack, after throwing the first punch, soon realizes that he is not that guy, and decides to wake up the warrior. Unfortunately for Jack and the warrior, I've grown far too overpowered for normal beings, and mince the warrior with the bee shield, amping my damage.
This can't be happening! This can't be happening!
Jack gives us one last banger of a speech before I decide to clean his clock, getting the Cool Story Bro trophy. Finally, I'm getting revenge for my best friend and mentor, who's been guiding and instructing me all throughout the game, Claptrap.
I am going to teabag your corpse!
And with that, I've completed the main story of Borderlands 2, with 31 trophies so far. I didn't get a chance to record it, but here's where I also used the T-Tier Gun's Grenade Reload to kill an enemy for the High Flying Hurler trophy. Now, with the main story done, it's time to do it all over again in New Game Plus to speedrun to level 50. That was until I got to level 45. I decided to go back to normal mode for now, to go for the wrap-up trophies, and since True Vault Hunter mode isn't really required for the Platinum, it's just the fastest way to level up. I started first with the Name Locations trophy, while doing the side missions in each area, clearing them off one by one. The Arctic Explorer trophy was first, for finding the name locations in Three Horns Divide, Tundra Express, and Frostburn Canyon. Next up was the Highlands Explorer trophy, for finding the locations of Wildlife Preserve, Thousand Cuts, and the Highlands. I also get the trophies Cute Loot and What Does It Mean? The Urban Explorer trophy was next for the name locations in Sanctuary, Opportunity, and Lynchwood. At this point, I finally have enough rare loot for the Decked Out trophy, for having purple or above gear in all slots. Finally, the Blight Explorer trophy was next for the locations of the Iridium Blight, Arid Nexus, and the Sawtooth Cauldron. And with that, I should have gotten the trophy for all name locations, but it didn't pop.
Would you say it's time for everyone to panic? Yes, I would, Kent.
I calmly fast traveled to every area other than the ones listed in the trophy list, and after a lot of traveling, I finally got to the Caustic Caverns. I had a side mission there that ended on the final location as well. Unfortunately, I didn't record it and only had the screenshot. The run has gone mostly to plan, and now is the time to go through the 3 survival modes, the Circles of Slaughter. Also, do you remember the Challenge Accepted trophy I mentioned at the beginning? Well, I also decided to finish up the remainder of those as well. After wiping out the Circles of Slaughter, because I was so over leveled, it was way easier than I thought, and I got the Went 5 Rounds trophy. And I managed to get all the in-game challenges done except for one. But I'll tell you more about that in a bit. Because now is the time to grind the other characters split screen for their character-specific trophies. And using split screen was a real pain on the PS5 to compare to the PS3 and 4 versions. I had to use my old main account just so I could have a level 50 character to level up my other side characters, instead of just using my level 50 character on this account and just having a split screen controller on the same account user. Very weird. With Zero, all I needed to do was get at least to level 5 with a bandit vehicle and use my action skill while mashing X to change seats in the back bed. After using the skill for 10 seconds, I earned the trophy Unseen Predator. Next up was Salvador, who I had to use his action skill for 90 seconds straight, which was pretty fun and easy. Doing that gave me the So Much Blood trophy. The final character-specific trophy was for using Maya's active skill on 100 enemies, which wasn't so bad. I just had to run through the beginning area of the game until the trophy popped. Back over to my commando, I next went to the Iridium Blight to find the rare Bully Mong spawn called Donkey Mong. Well, only 4 trophies left until the Platinum, and I think I'll start with the Capped Out for Now trophy for hitting level 50. Next, I decided to leave the final in-game challenge for last, so that means it's time for the raid boss. After a few hours of grinding for level 50 loot in the ultimate Vault Hunter mode, the hardest difficulty of the game, I went and spoke with Smelly Tanis, who told me to go to the 1000 Cuts once again to open a cave leading to Terramorphous Peak. After waking the cranky bastard, my first attempt went better than I expected, and my damage wasn't too bad either. With each attempt, I got closer and closer, and by the 5th attempt, I finally beat the ugly worm octopus, giving me both the Thresher Thrash trophy and the Did It All trophy for completing all side quests. And, since I have no friends, it took me up until now to get the Friendship Rules trophy for reviving a player on your friends list. Thank you, Tucker. Finally, it was time for the last trophy in the game, and I'd have that delicious platinum trophy. All I had to do was complete the final in-game challenge for finding the infamously rare robot, Jimmy Jenkins, who randomly will appear in an ammo or loot crate. I passively grinded for this the entire 90 plus hours of playing and trophy hunting, and I have not found him yet. My strategy to actively farm for Jimmy Jenkins will be to head to 1000 Cuts to make the run to where the bunker is, opening every single box I see along the way, until I get to the entrance to the bunker. I read online that he has about a 0.5% chance of appearing, so I'm expecting this to be the longest, most tedious, aggravatingly boring, and grueling grind of my life. I found him. In like 4 minutes I found him on my first try.
Wasn't so hard.
And with that, I've gotten the Platinum Trophy in Borderlands 2. I gotta say, I'm really happy I got to play one of my favorite games of all time, and I really enjoyed doing it. And I hope you enjoyed watching as well. It would mean the world to me if you leave a like, subscribe, and share the video. Comment down below what games you want me to platinum next, and I will see you guys next time.